Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu ala nabiyyil ummi. I wanted to share one of my favorite stories from the Seerah, and inshallah we can deduce lessons from it right after. When the conquest of Makkah had occurred, and there was some money and the booty of war collected, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam divided it amongst the needy and those who were needing some extra incentive to stay close to Deen. So basically the reverts, they were given wealth and so on, and livestock. So some of the younger Muslims from Medina Munawwara, what we call the younger Muhajirin, they didn't like the sound of that. They said it doesn't sound right. When Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam needed support, he came to Medina Munawwara, so we helped him with body and wealth. But now when it's time to divide money, why is he dividing it in Makkah? And why doesn't he give it to us? Why is he giving it to the new Muslims? Is it because they're from Makkah and he's from that area? So is he just getting back to his roots and disassociating from us? So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was shocked by that statement. So he gathered the Ansar and said, is it true? Are you guys talking like this about me? And they said, oh no. The older Ansar said, no, this is not something we think about. This is too amateur to think like that and immature to think like that. We would never do that. Maybe the younger guys thought that way. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gathered them and reminded them that let's not forget the historical events and the way it occurred. So when I came to Medina Munawwara, you people were not guided to the religion, and I helped you and got you to the religion. And then you were mutual enemies. They had very famous division of Aus and Khazraj, two tribes that constantly fought and had very bloody wars. And on top of that, financially the city wasn't doing well. So all three of those changed. You became guided, you stopped fighting each other, and financially the city became more stable. It was all because of me coming. And they said, we don't have any objection to that, you're 100% right. And then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam does something amazing. He says, but you people have equal right to say that you came to us when you had no support, you came to us when you had no backup and no men behind you, and you came to us when you were financially not well and you had no headquarter. We gave you all that. And then he further elaborated and mentioned how by me giving wealth to people, that's a sign that they're weak, their faith is weak at its early stages. So I'm giving them wealth to give them extra incentive to stay close to the religion, while I know you people have strong faiths and you don't need that added incentive. And remember that if the world was to go one way and the Ansar were to go one way, I would be following the Ansar forever and ever. Basically my life and death is with you people. Although Makkah has been conquered, but I'm not going to be staying in Makkah. I'm forever a Medina person. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I just love that story because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was so easily able to see the rights that he deserved, but in a moment's time he was completely able to turn the whole table around and turn the situation around and completely say the opposite things, which he can easily think about and say, you guys have the right to say this to me. And that's basically the crux of the matter, that most of our life we think through our head, keeping ourselves right at the center of everything. And if we for a moment pause and let the rights of others prevail, things will be so much easier to deal with. So may Allah give us tawfiq to follow this absolutely beautiful sunnah of empathy at looking at the world through the rights of others and not just through ourselves. May Allah give us tawfiq to understand. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa sallallahu ala nabiyil ummi.